Hey everybody, we have Australian Labradoodle puppies for you. This is a birth announcement. In today's video, we're going to tell you all about each of the arrival for each of these mini Labradoodle puppies. We're going to give you an update on Mama Labradoodle Belle, tell you all about the birth experience, and let you see these puppies up close and personal. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these three little dolls were born on St. Patrick's Day. These are our three lucky leprechaun puppies, and these little Labradoodle puppies are going to be petite. They are going to be about the same size as Mama Belle is here, and that's around 15 inches at the shoulder and approximately 18 pounds. Very nice size. Great for kids who are over the age of 8. Terrific if you are retired and don't like heavy lifting anymore. It's very easy just to pick these dogs up, pop them into your vehicle, or any other time you need to pick them up. So Mama Belle here, she took us a little bit by surprise with this delivery. She didn't eat on Friday, March 17th, and that's always a good sign that, well, she's probably going to go into labor fairly soon. Now, Belle had been a little bit fussy for the last few days about what she was eating, so we weren't entirely thinking she was going to have puppies. She did have some scrambled eggs and a little bit of bacon, and she did have some chicken and a little bit of pork as well during the day, but very small amounts. And then what she did in the evening was so interesting. So she was sitting with us out in our main living area, and we were watching TV, and she kept looking at me, and she would come over to the door for the whelping room, and she was pawing at it, asking to come in. So I couldn't quite figure out what it was that she was so interested in. So I opened the door into where we are now. She came in, she sat down here in the whelping box, did a couple of turns, and then she came out. And it was as if she was going, okay, is everything set up and ready? Because I know I'm going to have my puppies soon. It was really a fun thing to see. And so anyways, that was early in the evening. There was no other signs. She wasn't shivering. She wasn't panting. Those are all the regular signs that we see in a girl when she's about to go into labor. She was just being her normal Belle self. She jumped up and down a couple of times to sit on my lap. So everything was just sort of going as it would normally, as we would expect. And so off we went to bed, and it was about 11 when we went to bed, and then at about 2, Belle was scratching and scratching and scratching at our bedroom door. So we figured, okay, she has to go to the bathroom. So out we go, take her out to the bathroom. And then when she came in, she did about 2 little digs on her bed. Now, nesting behavior is very normal, but usually it's very, very much like you're really going to town, the cushions flying and all sorts of things are happening. And Belle was just doing a couple of little like, oh, I guess I should do this. Anyways, that was it. She made a little bit of a squeak about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and we woke up. We got up to see what was going on. There was nothing happening. She was just, hey, hi, wagging her tail. We went back to bed, and then a little bit later, around 4 o'clock in the morning, Spirit came and put her nose right in my face and gave me the look to tell me something was going on. And indeed, Spirit was right. Belle was having her first puppy. So we quickly got all the dogs out of the bedroom. We ran around to get everything ready. We didn't have everything all set up because we weren't expecting her to deliver them that night, but everything's just right next to our bedroom. She had her first baby at 4:15 in the morning, and that was this little puppy here, who is now Black Collar Boy, and he is a black and white tri phantom. So this means he is both a phantom and a party. And now you're not going to be able to see too many of his phantom markings yet, but he does have them on the side of his face here. If you look closely, you'll see there's the little bit of the brown marking on the side of the face. He also has it in his ear. Hi, baby. And he also has it under his tail. I'm not going to go and try and show everything to you because Belle's still not too keen on them being picked up. Pretty markings on this boy, very beautifully marked. He's going to be just stunning when he grows up. Nice symmetrical markings on the face, both eyes are marked, and then he's got his little tiny teardrop on the top of his head. So that's Black Collar Boy, 4:15 a.m., and he was 198 grams. He was actually the smallest puppy in the litter. And then next we had Dark Blue Collar arrive. And Dark Blue Collar arrived at 4:54 a.m. So pretty fast right after Black Collar. And you'll see Dark Blue Collar also looks like his brother Black Collar, where he's got the two matching spots on his eyes. He just doesn't have as much color on the top of his head. And then he has these beautiful, beautiful markings. And now this is a chocolate sable boy, and that's why you see this really interesting color of brown here. Just a beautiful shade, and then on his head it's a little bit darker. So as he gets older, the color on his head and his ears there around his eyes will remain darker than the color on his body here. And I love the way his markings go, where he's got a nice clear white strip down his back, and then these beautiful spots down the side, very evenly marked. And this little guy was 241 grams, so he is the biggest puppy in the litter. When he was born, Belle gave quite a little yelp at his arrival, because he clearly was much bigger than his brother. And then we had a little bit of a wait, and we waited and we waited and we waited. And then at 6:07 a.m., we had our only girl in the litter, Pink Collar Girl, and that's this little sweetheart here. And you can see she's got lots of white on her chest. She has white paws. She has a little bit of white on her head. And she might be a red. She might be an apricot. She might be a caramel. Now, why don't I know what color she is? Because I don't know what color her nose is going to be yet. It's right now just pink, and so I can't tell her she's going to have a black nose, a brown nose. No idea. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't believe she's a sable, though. I think only the middle boy, Dark Blue Collar, is the only sable in the litter. And Pink Collar Girl, she is 215 grams. So that is all the puppies. And Miss Belle, after the puppies were born, she was just fine. She has had a litter before, so she's an experienced mom. She was very relaxed. You'll see her right now. She's on guard because we have a dog that's walking by the glass doors that she doesn't know. And she's very suspicious about that dog. She's already had a couple of growls, and she's very, very worried about who that is. And that's part of the reason why we have this room built, so she doesn't see that, because we want our moms to be nice and calm and relaxed. We don't want them being bothered by anything. So as soon as we finish the video, the door will close again, and then she won't be bothered by the dog that's out there that she can't recognize. She just hasn't met that dog yet. So Belle, after the puppies were born, she happily went outside. She went to the washroom. She came back in. I had the puppies in here. She was like, oh, good. Everything's just all set up, just like it was when I checked it out. She came in, she wrapped herself around the puppies perfectly, laid down, and they have been nursing, I think, pretty much non-stop since then. They are really good eaters, and of course, with just 3 puppies, it's easy to find a spot at the milk bar. So now going forward, what we'll be doing is we'll be checking Belle to make sure that there's no hard lumps on her and there's no signs of mastitis, because she does only have the 3 puppies. If there's mastitis appearing, if there's any hardness, then we'll treat that appropriately, all homeopathically. And the puppies, we will be beginning to do their early neurological stimulation with them, which just gives them a couple of very minor stressors during the day to help them learn how to cope with things not always going perfectly in life. It makes for a more robust and a more calm puppy in the future. And that's about all that will happen during the first week. Of course, we'll be back next week with an update. We'll let you know how much weight the puppies have gained, if they've met that first milestone of doubling their birth weight, and we'll give you an update on Belle as well then. So that's our video for today. Congratulations to the people on this litter list. I do believe we are going to have availability in this litter. A couple of families have had to change their plans due to unexpected events in their life. So I believe we will have actually 2 spots open, which is almost the entire litter. So if you're interested in a puppy from this litter with Belle and Bowie, please go to our website, VanIsleDoodles.com. Click on the Find Your Puppy page and you can submit your application directly from there. We'll see you all again next week. Thanks so much for watching. I love you. Yes.